and welcome to Attraction Faction episode 13. My name is Tyler.
My name's Katrina.
And this is our look at theme parks, entertainment, and attractions. And what's on today's agenda, Katrina?
Well, we're going to have a lunch over at the Carthay Circle, and then we are going to look at the new refurbished Peter Pan, and then we're going to go to Universal Studios City Walk, and we're going to eat at Wolfgang Puck L.A Bistro.
That's right. It's going to be a good food-packed episode, that's for sure. And we're starting off here with, we talked about them a little bit last week, but here they are at Disneyland. It's the All-American College Band, and they're going to be here for the summer, so come and check them out. They're in the afternoon usually, and they start with in Disneyland, they start with the flag retreat around 4, and then they go on a little bit. So yeah, check them out. They're really lively, and they have like good little, good little dance maneuvers. Whatever you want to call them.
I like when they did it All About That Bass. When they were introducing everybody, they did All About That Bass.
Oh, yeah.
And all the bass players started playing. It was really cute.
All the tubas and everything got out there. And then they also have some other new entertainment that is pretty recent. Into the Mariachi Band. And what do you think of these guys?
It was cute. We were walking by to get our fast passes, and we saw them playing.
Yeah, so it's a good show. It's fun. It's nice to listen to in Frontierland.
Oh yeah.
Next up, we went to Carthay Circle for lunch. So here's some of the decor, and this is like the old Carthay Circle Theater. It's based on what the restaurant is based on, which was where they premiered Snow White. And here's Walt Disney
getting the Oscar for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the 7 little Oscars presented by Shirley Temple.
Exactly, and I'm going to show the ceiling here. You can see that the ceiling is all, what would you call it? It's all like Snow White. It's
fairy tale-esque,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good greenery, kind of like.
I think it's inspired by Snow White, personally.
Absolutely.
But I think it's really beautiful to take a stock, just look around and enjoy this beautiful restaurant because.
I love the pictures.
Exactly.
The pictures, it's so beautiful to see all these wonderful people. I think I always love looking at the Julie Andrews pictures. I always have to point those out.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of history in this restaurant, and these are some of the kind of different private rooms. There's a main private room as well, but there was a family in there and didn't want to disturb them, obviously. And you can see just lots of history. Walt Disney there. Walt Disney here, Walt Disney everywhere. Seriously, it's so it's in our opinion probably the best restaurant in California Adventure, obviously. But
yes,
now let's talk about the service a little bit, though, real quick.
The service is a hit or a miss. Sometimes we have good service, sometimes we have bad service. This time, it was very slow in the restaurant, so you'd think you'd have better service, but we didn't.
Yeah, Katrina has a gluten allergy, and it took we didn't get the bread for a while, even though it was supposed to come to us and everything. And
I think I got my bread probably when I got my food.
After you got your
After
food,
I got my food,
bread,
that's right.
Finally, after we asked the second time where the bread went, but it's important because the bread is really good, as we'll get to in a second. But this is the patio I wanted to talk about real quick. That you can actually have a great view of the fireworks if you have a 9 o'clock reservation at Carthay Circle. This is a view from the patio, and you can see all the way. You can see even tips of the castle back there. So
that's right. And also they play the music to the fireworks.
That's true
as well.
They play the music. Very important part of it. So here's the menu, and as you can see, they have a pretty good selection of entrees and starters, and my favorite is the ultimate braised short rib beef sandwich, and that's a good thing, and that's pretty awesome. Here's the gluten-free bread coming up here. So let us know about that.
It is delicious. It's a normal white bread. They just put olive oil and some seasoning like salt and parsley on top. Nothing too special, but it's really delicious. So that's why I was so upset I just wanted it.
The seasoning is really good. I don't know, so it's good. And this is the firecracker duck wings, and it's like soy, lime, and sriracha chili sauce. So This is not gluten free, but it's really good.
It
I
smells
recommend
good.
it. I recommend it if you like a little bit of spicy food. These wings just like fall apart in your mouth, and you don't have to do like any chewing. They're just like gone, and they taste kind of limey, and they're so good. But
That's awesome. Didn't you get bread with your?
I got bread too, but I just didn't. We just didn't. I got a sourdough.
So it's a sourdough bread.
Yeah.
And then here's my entree. They use that same white bread they do for the sandwiches, and then we split it, of course, because it's just a lot of food.
Yeah.
So here's a close-up, and so there's sun-dried tomatoes, onions, beef, and then there's like is it arugula on top?
Yeah, make note of how big hers is real quick.
Yeah, and they didn't put any sautéed portobello mushrooms. I was happy about it, but
She
you
doesn't
were
like
looking forward
mushrooms,
to
but
it.
I like them. So it was kind of a bummer. There was no mushrooms. We probably could have sent it back, or I should have sent mine back, but it was fine. As you noticed too, we have different French fries. I should have mentioned also different
That's right.
French fries. She had them from the gluten-free fryer. Mine are just look dirtier for whatever reason, but they taste
It's a different
exactly
oil.
the same.
It's a different
yeah,
oil.
They taste exactly the same, so I don't know why they look such a different color. But as you can see, mine is a lot smaller than hers. So that's just kind of how it ended up being. Now, they don't always do this for you. They won't always, they don't do that normally. You have to ask for them to split it for you. So don't expect it to be like, oh, they'll split it for me for 2 people. You have to ask for that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, keep that in mind. And that is our Carthay Circle lunch. Up next, I had a opportunity to check out the annual pass holder preview of the new Peter Pan's flight, and it was really cool. They did some little minor upgrades. Maybe if you haven't been on the ride in a long time, you might not notice all of them. But the first thing is these projections. This is kind of the biggest thing, I would say, like the most noticeable part. The nursery room here with Tinkerbell, and then she flies around London a little bit too. And, that's kind of a noticeable part. Also in London, look at the clock tower for, like, their shadows. I didn't include that part, but, because you can also check out our video on the channel, so, yeah, and there's also, water, all the water is projected now. It used to be kind of weird lighting effects and stuff, but yeah, what are your impressions, Katrina?
I loved the pixie dust. The water, the pixie dust. I was super excited that they kind of brought a little bit of this from Disney World to here. So at least we get a little something, a little special surprise.
Right. In Disney World, they have the line that has kind of some of that stuff. But anyway, next, we're going quick. We're going on to City Walk, and we had dinner at Wolfgang Puck L.A Bistro.
That's right. So we decided to go to Universal Studio to check out the night tour. We ate here for dinner. It's just a normal little kind of bistro cafe. So it's pretty quick. It wasn't too busy. Yeah. And
during lunchtime, this is like a walk-up counter service place, and then they'll bring you your food when you sit down. But at dinner time here, it's just a full sit-down restaurant, and you go and sit down, and they have just kind of I would say kind of Italian Southern Californian menu. I would say.
Yeah, I can agree with that, because they have like fire oven pizza, and they have like pastas, sandwiches.
Right. And, they've got lots of pictures of Wolfgang Puck, so...
That too, with a lot of wine in his hands.
Yeah, lots of wine, well, he's been selling lots of, food processors, so he's good to go on the wine. Yeah, but here's the menu. It's a little bit hard to choose things for Katrina. She can't have, any starch, basically.
That's true. So I asked him what was gluten-free. Pretty much sandwiches or no, pizza no, pasta no, salads possibly.
Yeah. And, she wanted to get mashed potatoes with her chicken, and they couldn't do that for her.
Neither the fries either. So no fries.
Yeah, no fries.
No potatoes.
Because they fry them in the same fryer as everything else.
So it was a bummer. But what did you get?
As you can see, I want to talk about the big pile of butter underneath your chicken as well.
Okay.
Which makes it delicious, but it's good, and it was probably a really good chicken. I'll take a bite of it.
It was
really
amazing.
So it was nice and it was seasoned all throughout. I've got more to say about your chicken than
I know.
Food. But anyway.
It was really good. The bummer part is just because I didn't get potatoes, they didn't give me more broccolini. That was my only issue.
That is true.
They didn't really sub out for something else. Like, do you want a side salad or anything like that?
I didn't even think about that.
So I didn't even. It was good, but I really wish that they would have gone a little above and beyond, but but the chicken was delicious. It was very moist and yeah.
So yeah, I ended up getting the flat iron steak, and it came with like a blue cheese butter on top, and it came with some kind of like reduction on it as well, which I don't think was on the menu, but it was good. And the French fries were pretty good, but it was actually a very small portion, I thought, of French fries. So that's good though. I'm trying to be a little healthier, so it was good to have more broccolini, which I think might have had some butter on it. Next time I might say no butter on the broccolini, but
yeah, that's true.
But overall, I would definitely come here again. I think it was a good deal, or a good meal, I should say, not a good deal. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit hard if you have a gluten allergy, but keep in mind you can do it. So that's the episode. Lucky 13.
Lucky 13. Thank
All
you so
done.
much for watching.
Yeah, thank you very much. And if you liked what you saw, please check out our website, attractionfaction.net. Follow us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Please, leave a comment if you want. It means a lot to us, and we try and work hard to do this stuff. So we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So coming up soon, look for more theme park on ride POVs, because I just got a new camera. I'm very excited. So get ready for it. Yeah. And anyway, I'm Tyler.
I'm Katrina.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week.